G'day folks, it's Cortezerino. I am on top of the underworld. Well, I'm almost on top. The nether ceiling is right there, and we have a brand new entrance to get up there that goes inside of this tree branch. So it's completely hidden. So we got a little path in here, gold farm, and up we go. Because what I'm doing is getting the nether cleaned up, ready for the world download that we will have available for you when 1.14 becomes stable and we restart the season. And this place definitely needed a cleanup. If you'd gotten the world download, you would have gotten completely lost in this Nether Hub. And it was pretty gross. This entire area up here was covered in little scaffolding paths, because we've got a lower Nether Hub down there. You can see a bunch of tunnels. But we've also got some tunnels up the top here, and we just had awful looking paths going for them. So now I've marked with this yellow concrete powder the paths that you can take. And now we just walk across the top of the tree branches. It is so much prettier. And I'm very happy because I thought this would be a mammoth task. Because just putting a tree branch path in, you think, no, that's not too hard. But then making it look good from down below, it could take a really, really long time. But I pretty much got it right first go. And this one looks pretty natural from down below. So that is awesome. So I put in this path here and the one up to the roof of the nether. And then we've just got another one that runs all the way along here and out to another hole. And there are a few other paths up the top here that didn't really go anywhere, because a long time ago I came along here and I moved most of people's old portals down to the lower hub, so it wasn't an absolute mess. That's pretty much just a mining messer. And a bit of nostalgia there, because we had a kind of like a UHC on the server a few months ago with two teams, and we went off and made bases, and then we met for an epic fight in the Colosseum. So that's the loser base over there, and my base is somewhere else. We probably have to fix up the path to that as well. But I am not done cleaning up things here in the nether, so the tree is looking much better now. But oh no, I nearly fell off the edge. That would have been bad. A few of the other guys are going to do their tunnels as well, just to get it cleaned up. But I've got a few little tunnels lying around here somewhere. Let's see if I can find them. Well, I found my tunnel. So my tunnel's pretty much the only one that is complete, except for right down the end where the Guardian farm is. I have to clean that up. But also want to put a bit of a bigger entrance sort of thing here, just so I can see it when I'm on the other side of the hub. Because when I'm over there, I'm sort of looking around and I'm like, oh no, where's my tunnel? And I get really lost. I can't see that. And that could be tricky because it's on a diagonal. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. But we're going to fix that up this episode. But yes, I have another one around here somewhere, I think. Here we go. This is the passage to the medieval area. And we've got two portals here. So there's Dragon Tech's Castle Keep, and there's my medieval valley down the end. So this one shouldn't be too hard. We're on a slight diagonal here, but I think I'm just going to put a big castle thing with a little gate coming down. Just something that I can see from all around, and then I guess we'll decorate the tunnel a little bit. I'm more focused on making an entranceway rather than doing the entire nether tunnel. But there is also one more that I'm kind of not sure what to do with. I think this is it. Yeah, I took the sign away, but a long time ago I started a project with a skelly spawner. And then I never got back to it because I've never needed to use it. Oh my goodness. I have another beacon. I thought I was out. I forgot all about this. Look at all these emerald blocks. Oh, Cortez is rich. Oh man, I had 3 wither skeleton skulls and no beacons, and I thought I was going to have to go fight a wither. This is awesome. Okay. I don't know if you remember this project, it was a long time ago, but what I did is I surrounded a skeleton spawner with a big globe because I thought it would look cool, and then I put in 2 of my crazy AFK Fisher designs that filters out everything except for books and saddles and leather boots. But everything else just gets automatically destroyed, and then I've got doggies killing the skeletons, so we sit here, do our fishing, and we collect all the XP. Are we going to get any skeletons coming down? Uh-oh, is the spawner still there? Here they come. Oh, we got a little puppy! Someone's obviously fed these dogs to heal them up, because they die eventually from the thorns from the skeletons. And they ended up breeding them and made a little puppy dog. Hello! Don't get killed! You're too cute! Oh, you're gonna get killed. Hey, can you sit? 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 You're half dead. Just sit down, will ya? Okay, so it kind of looks like I've completed something here, but I haven't really. These drops from the skeletons don't really go anywhere. They just go into that little chest. And the reason I stopped is because, well, first of all, I've surrounded the skeleton spawner with glass. So that means I've got to be careful about how much light comes in. And then when I put in my AFK Fishers, I put them in nice and close so we would get the XP from the skeletons. But I did what I always do when I build an AFK Fisher. I forget about sky access for the water. Because apparently if that water has sky above it, then you get more fish. But this globe comes out pretty wide, and I sort of made a little tunnel there of glass up to the sky, but as soon as I knock a hole and let the skylight down, the skeleton stops spawning. So I would have to redo that little tube where the light glows and make it solid blocks, which means I'm going to get shot to death by skeletons, and I just thought, there's no point. I really can't be bothered. But, you know, we've gone to all this work. I might as well finish it, even though probably no one will ever use it. And if I end up finishing that area, that also means that I need to do something with this nether tunnel, or at least the entrance to signal what is down there. But just visiting that place has also reminded me of another thing I have to do. And this is why I need to make a bigger entrance to my tunnel. I've got no idea which direction I have to head in. Now I have one more area that is very close to Persia, but I don't actually have a quick way of getting to it. So I want to put in a tunnel to that. And this was another project I worked on quite a while ago that I've never really had a need to use since I've built it. But I built a really nice little area around it. I still love flying over this place. So I've got the cool mushrooms. Well, we've even got a little. I've used this again since I built it. We've got these chorus flowers here. A little farm with these arching sort of natural looking bridges over the top. So when these grow up, we can come and get our axe out and get all the chorus flowers. But this area down here looks pretty cool as well. The mushrooms are okay, but I've done the entire beach up. And we've got little chorus flowers that look like little seeds, little alien type seeds that have dropped from these mushrooms. But the extra cool bit is my big tree stump over there. So what I want to do is there's a... Oh man, I hate it when I start flying like that in the water. I've got a portal all the way over there that doesn't really even have a proper tunnel to it. So I think I want to bring the portal... Oh, actually, we've got this cave down here. Maybe I could put the... put the portal at the end of the cave. Maybe fix this up so we can walk out and you come right out at the tree stump, which I think looks fantastic. I've got to build a few more of these in Season 4, I think. But if we come down the windy tunnel, we will eventually... Oh, I'm going to start running. This is taking too long. This is a labyrinth. Gee, I put some work into this. Down here, we have the AFK vine farm. Are my doggies dead? Are my doggies dead? No, they're still there. They need a feed, though. So this is another skeleton spawner above our heads. I think I've got it turned off at the moment. But you sit in the water stream with your shears, which have mending on them. And you go around and it just sends you round and around. You shear all the vines. The vines fall into the water stream and get collected in the storage down below. What have we got in the storage? The skeleton drops come in here as well. Not a whole lot at the moment. But every time we pass by the skeletons getting killed by the doggies, we get all their XP and that repairs our shears. So she has never ever run out. So it was a cool little project. So because it's pretty cool, anyone getting the world download will probably never find this place unless they fly over the top. So yeah, we'll bring a portal over here just so people can look at my lovely beach with the mushrooms on it. And there's the skelly spawner that we can switch on and off. But yeah, I don't know how the health is on my doggies, so we'll leave that off for the time being. Okay, well that is the intro out of the way, and I have managed to, just in a few minutes, give myself many hours of work. So I better get started. Why didn't you tell me that intro went for 10 minutes? I've given myself far too many jobs. But I wasn't going to be lazy. It is many days later. And I've done it. I've done it all. Well, I've done everything except for the entrance to my main tunnel here. But I'm only human. Come on, guys. I've done everything else. You can see my castle way off in the distance. But we will begin with that AFK vine farm. I had a little bit of a problem moving the portal. It is so close to spawn that the portal was appearing out there in the nothingness, so I had to get a little bit creative, and I've hidden it down inside that bridge over there. So we've got a little entrance here, a little bit hard to find, but that takes us down, and it didn't take us to that first place that I mentioned. I didn't want anyone coming through the portal upstairs, meeting a creeper and blowing a big hole in my beach, so I brought it down here, and we've got the AFK vine farm right there. Skelly spawner control, and the chorus fruit farm is upstairs. But let's head over to the entrance to the medieval area, and I've tried to do something fancy here, but I'm not really sure if it worked too well. So we've got our little castle with the castle gate, and I think the gate looks really cool. But what I was trying to do here is make it in the shape of a chess piece, the castle in chess. So that's what that is, but like you can see it now I mention it, but I don't know if anyone's going to go, ooh, that's fancy. But anyway, the gate looks really cool. Now, I've used a lot of netherrack in this tunnel, so you might think I'm being a bit lazy, but I'm never opposed to using netherrack as a design feature in the nether. I think the best nether tunnel that I've ever built, which was in Season 2 of the Diamond Society, uses a lot of netherrack as well. So I think they look right, and unlike my main tunnel over there, which is completely built in, this tunnel isn't going to be used nearly as much. So yes, I was feeling a little bit lazy there. So I've used quite a bit of netherrack. So I've got Dragon Tech's Keep over there, and the medieval village is down here. And I love this design of putting black glass over gravel. I think it always looks really good, and then you just sort of break up the edges with some other sort of design. So I've got stairs in there. That's something I stole from my good buddy BC. He did a nether tunnel like this in Season 2. But let's head over to the next one, and I'm not sure, like where I thought that didn't work, I'm really not sure that this worked. But though I asked my daughter, what does this look like? And she said it looks like a skeleton hand, so maybe I did do it well, I'm not quite sure. And once again, this is something I completely ripped off from my buddy BC. He did a skeleton hand like this once. So this is the bone farm in the AFK Fishers. So we just come in here, and I've got my super fast tunnel where if I actually press the control to sprint, we can get there really quickly, and let's head through. And this area is completely done, and I've done it in a prismarine theme because my original idea for this big room with the spawner was to make it an ice theme, and I haven't gone to as much work as I was going to, but I still think the area looks pretty good. So I've got a little fisher in here that was always here, but you couldn't see it. I had it blocked off before. This is an AFK fisher that keeps all items. I just built this ages ago when I needed some nautilus shells. So it's nothing fancy at all. It's all stone. We've got a little bin here to throw out all the junk you don't want. But that's there just in case someone ever wants it. But this door is really cool. I'll put the link to the tutorial in the description. I think it was FedEx Gaming. But it's one of those falling sand ones, and it just opens up like that. It's really cool. I changed the design. He was using pressure plates, but I've just got the button powers that, an observer block sends a signal down, it goes into a little pulse extender just to, I might show it to you in case you follow the tutorial and you want to copy it, and I'm going to have to repair all this. So the observer powers that block, powers the dust, got a repeater on a 2-tick delay, and here's the pulse extender, and then the rest of it's exactly like FedEx's design. He's got a really simple triple piston extender, it's really cool. Now I'm going to have to get my ender pearls to get out of here. And you can see I've got some spare little doggies out here, just in case we have a terrible accident and one of these doggies gets killed by the thorns. Well, let's get in here quickly. Pew! You can see the items. All the skeleton drops now get spat into a water stream and go into our storage. So we've got 2 lots for bones, and then the last one is all the things like skeleton bows and armor and stuff like that. They tend to get a little jammed up above this one wide drop chute here, but as soon as another one comes down, he will push them in. There we go. Get them, doggies! And up the back here, it's nothing too fancy. We've got a lot of room here. I had planned on doing a way bigger storage system, but all the drops just go up the water stream, across the storage, and then we've got a little device here. So all the skeleton drops there, we can take out all the bows that we want to keep, and then press a button, and the hopper underneath will become unlocked, so all the items will get dropped into lava, and as soon as that chest is empty, all the items have been destroyed, then that hopper will lock again, and we'll be ready for next time. So what have we got in here at the moment? Just a few things. So press the button, and you can see they all start disappearing, all gone. But now that chest is locked again, so if I throw something in, it's not going anywhere. So that's a pretty cool design. I might do a tutorial for that one day, but I'm sure I can come up with a better way of doing it. That's why I haven't done a tutorial yet. But we've got plenty of anvils here, because this would be a good place to come to repair your bows. And got a little bit of storage here so we can keep things for later on to enchant gear. But yeah, I don't know if anyone will ever use this. It's pretty late in the season, but it's cool. It's very cool. Now for a normal person, that would be the episode complete. I've done a bunch of nether tunnels. I've fixed up that tree. I've done so much work for this episode. But there is one thing that is bugging me. And that thing is my tower. This is the 4th episode in a row where I've promised myself I was going to do some work on the top of the tower. And once again, I've left myself no time. But I'm going to do it. I am not going to leave until I do something. So I'm not going to finish it, but I've got to do something up the top here. And the thing that's been really hard to figure out is I've got these tiny thin supports coming up, but I need to put something here to either cover up or hold up that iron farm, and I haven't been able to figure out what I wanted to do. But another thing that has been bugging me is that I really want to tie this tower into Persia, because they're very different styles. So I want to bring something from Persia over there onto my tower, and I think that something is going to be my bird statues over here, the humor bird. I'm going to go put this thing on top of my tower. So we're going to leave it here, guys. I'm not going to jump on and record again, but I am going to go build this up and then figure out where we're going to go from there. So I hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. I will see you next time. There's no escaping it. It looks like 4 pairs of dueling chickens. That's an improvement.